All right, guys, so today in lesson 6-13, we are going to be using our understanding of multiplication using whole numbers, and we're going to apply that understanding to multiplying fractions by whole numbers. So take a look at the number story that is on your screen. It says, cut flowers will stay fresh longer if 1/4 cup of soda is added to a vase full of water. If a florist has 3 vases of flowers, how much soda is needed to keep them fresh? So here's what we know. We know that he has 3 vases of flowers, and for each vase needs 1/4 cup of soda put into that water. So we're going to do this using addition number models, pictures, and fraction circles. So I'm actually going to open up this app that's here, and I am going to start over. So let's start off by drawing our pictures. So we know that he has 3 vases. For his flowers. And each vase needs 1/4 cup of soda. So here you'll see that this is an example of how you would draw a picture to help you solve. And now we're going to be using fraction circles. So he needs 1/4 cup of soda. So that shows us that our denominator is 4. So to make a whole, we would need 4 parts. 4 parts. And we would need 3 of these because there's 3 vases. And he used 1/4. So this is a fraction circle that represents this vase. But we need more of these. We need 3 more. Okay, and each one has 1/4. So my whole represents 1 cup because we only need 1/4 of a cup. So each of these fraction circles represent 1/4, but if I had them all filled in, it would be 1 cup. So if I put these all together and I added these, all the denominators are the same, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 would give you 3. 3/4 of a cup. And if I did it using fraction circles, I would have 1, 1, 2, 3. And I would have 3/4 because this is a 1/4, this is a 1/4, and this is a 1/4. So this is an example of showing you how to do a picture and use fraction circles. So let's go back to our problem and answer these questions. So, well, we know how much soda would he need in all? He would need 3/4 cup of soda in all. So let's look at some of these questions. How would we represent the problem in words? So we know that he had 3 vases. So he needed 3 groups of 1/4, right? Because 1/4 cup of soda went into each vase. How could we write that as an addition equation to represent the problem? Well, we know that, 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. That is our addition equation. Now, if you remember in the math message, we showed that 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12 can be turned into a multiplication equation. 3 times 4. 3 groups of 4. We can apply that same understanding when we're dealing with fractions. So instead of writing 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, we can write it as a multiplication equation. And we can do 3, right? Because remember, we needed 3 groups times 1/4, because each group needed 1/4 cup of soda, equals 3/4. Okay, so we're going to apply that same concept to the next problem. So it says a florist has 5 bunches of daisies. She wants to dye blue. So we learned she has 5 bunches of daisies. She wants to dye blue. For a few hours, the stems of each bunch need to sit in a mix of 1 cup of warm water and 3/8 teaspoons of food coloring. And they want us to answer 1, how many cups of water does the florist have in all? So first they want us to answer how much cups of water. And then 2, how many teaspoons of food coloring does the florist have in all? So we're going to solve this the exact same way. We're going to draw pictures, and we're going to use fraction circles, and then we're going to answer the same questions we did for the last problem. So I'm going to go into my app. I am going to clear. Okay, so they said that there was 5 bunches of daisies that she wants to dye blue. So in those stems need to sit in a vase, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This flower looks a little funny. Let's do that one again. Okay, and we know that in each vase, it needs 1 cup of water and 3/8 teaspoon of coloring in each one. So that would go here, 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 and here. So in all 5 of them, that's what they need. So this would get 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, 3/8, 3/8, 3/8 teaspoons, 3/8 of a teaspoon, and 3/8 of a teaspoon. Okay, now if we wanted to show this using fraction circles, we know that our denominator is 8, so that means there's going to be 8 parts in our fraction circle. And we need 3 of them for each vase. So this represents how much food coloring you would need for 1 vase. Because we don't have to do that for the cups, because a cup is already a whole number. So this represents the food coloring for each vase. And we need 5 of these. So I'm going to come over here 1, 2, 3, and then here's 5. So let me move these over a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I added these all together, I need 8 to make a whole. So let's see if there's 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can make a whole. And that means I have all 8 pieces. Now let's see how much we have left over. I'll change my color so we don't get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. So we would need 1 7/8 of a teaspoon of coloring. And how many cups would we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's write down what we just did. So number 1, they asked us how many cups. How many cups of water? We would need 5 cups of water in all. And we got that by adding up all of the cups of water. 1 cup plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. Now, they're going to ask us how many teaspoons we needed, and we showed that using our fraction circles. So for number 2, we would need 1 7/8 teaspoons of food coloring. Okay. So now that we have that information and we solved the problem, we have to ask ourselves these questions. How would you represent the problem in words? How would you represent the problem using just words? So we're going to have to do this 2 ways. Talk about the water and talk about the food coloring. So we would need 5 groups of 1 for that 1 cup of water for each vase. And we would also need 5 groups of 3/8. Why do we need 5 cups? Remember, the florist had 5 bunches of daisies, so that's where we're getting that 5 from. So can we write addition equations to represent the problem? So first, let's deal with the cups of water. We had 5 groups of 1, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. And we have to do the same thing for the 3/8 of food coloring. 3/8 plus 3/8 plus 3/8 plus 3/8 plus 3/8. And we would get 15/8, which we can take out a whole number, and we would get 1 7/8. So that's showing it in addition. So the next question is, can we write multiplication equations to represent the problem? So we absolutely can. We know that there's 5 groups of 1, and here it is as a addition. We can rewrite this as 5 times 1. Same thing for the adding of the fractions, the 3/8 of teaspoon of food coloring. 5 times 3/8. Okay, so there are some practice problems for this lesson. I'm going to also walk you through your math journal pages. If you got stuck on a problem, go check out that video because it should help you.